want you to hear the project and know that like you maybe have not heard something like that in a while or ever. It's fine, baby. I just send my stems and they make me sound like a god, you know. So I'm blessed to just have the people around me and the creators. The album just kind of like formed itself in the beginning. Like me and my producer Steve, we had a couple joints we were working on. We were finishing up an EP at the time, and we just kind of had a rhythm. And I think after a couple records, I had came back to him with the title, and we kind of just themed out a little bit from there going into this project and just kind of knowing that, you know, TLC, the Luxury Cafe, just hit me out of nowhere. And I was like, yo, I think I want to call my shit the Luxury Cafe. And I think once all the producers got a hold of that, they knew what I wanted, they knew what I was looking for, and it just kind of made itself out from there. The creative process with Steve was special this time because we were actually taking the demos to his house. We were doing the demos at his house, and then we were taking them to the studio. So like we were able to build on certain records, like People's Champ. We had might have did the first verse this day, linked up a week or two later, did the hook, and just kind of build it on the record. You know, it was even a time where I didn't even see him for like a month almost. And then we had just when I saw him again, I was like, yo, I got the second verse to People's Champ. You know, so just building on like that, you know, and then I got I got two homies that are in Nashville, Tennessee that we were working with the album too. There's one beat on the album that's um, summer of '09. Fabian actually produced that record. He's featured on the album twice. He's featured on the record, and he's also featured on King's Talk, the bonus record. And you know, my brother's been engineering, producing for the last couple of years, teaching himself, getting better. And you know, from time to time, he'll send me a beat here and there. And Summer of '09 was just something like, I guess when he made it, I was on his mind, and he sent it to me, and the rest was history. If you had to ask me what was like my favorite right now, something about this Limelight record. Limelight. I would say Limelight right now. So Steve did like 65% of the album. Limelight, Steve produced Limelight. Fabian produced Summer of '09. There was two producers that just had a beat, one beat each. That was it. And Fabian produced Summer of '09, and my homegirl Bermuda, she did Table Six. And then my homie Will Y, he had a couple, and then the rest was Steve. You know, me and Steve were linking up in the early days of the album, and I think me and him were just getting real like inspired by Ninth Wonder. You know, we were really like just, you know, listening to Ninth Wonder production, and just that aesthetic and that taste was just what was really on our mind. Another producer, I wanted like some DJ premiere moments on this album. Like you know, the scratches, and you get that on records like Summer of '09. You get that on records like Dynasty. So I say those two going in. You know, going in, I think they really helped, gave us the inspiration for the production of the album. Feature selection was very delicate, I would say. I wanted to, you know, I don't force anything. I don't, you know, I got a lot of homies in the music shit. Love everybody, you know, and I'm looking for the right collab every time. The homie Sonny, Son of Ra, he's featured on Imagine That. I know him through a mutual friend. We just became close over the last year, and I'm telling him, you know, we would cross paths, and I'm like, we gonna get one, you know. And when we did, we got a couple now. But I'm from the west side of Cleveland, and he's from the east side of Cleveland, so I feel like that's a good hometown record. Like two people from two different sides of the city coming together for a special record. I think that record really it has a lot of depth in it too. So yeah, man, everybody that came through feature-wise. Shout out to Stacks, my homie Fascinate, the homie Trap Hand, aka Fabian, the homie Son of Ra. And one compliment I got a lot from people was everybody said that the features really stood out. Like everyone knew the assignment, and that's how I feel, because I love these people, man, and I want to be able to tell your creative peers if you want something done, hey man, can we tighten this up? Don't be scared to criticize. And hey, I'm gonna be honest, like I didn't have to critique nobody. Everybody came through for me. These records weren't forced. And I think I told everybody I just want to rap on this album, and I think these features came to fucking rap, so that was dope. Personally, I just feel like a year ago or so, I just had this reborn, this restart about me. I used to go by another artist name actually, and then I transitioned into Westside Lo. And I felt like since that's happened, I became the artist that I've always wanted to be. And TLC just means the world because it's like I've made the project that I've been trying to make for maybe the past 10 years. Ever since I became making music and started rapping and singing, I'm like, TLC is I could put it up there wow, this is an album. This is the most project worthy that sounded to me. And I wanted to touch people. I want people to hear this project and hear the skill set, hear the songwriting, the production. I think a lot of shit is tainted. I feel like, we're making albums I'm just trying to be me. I'm not trying to sound like this guy, sound like that guy. Got respect and love for everybody. But I think TLC is, we created not a sound, but we created our sound, and it's rich. You hear it, and it's a rap album. And that was my only challenge to myself. I only wanted to challenge myself to make a rap album in my songwriting. I wanted to challenge myself as a songwriter, and I think it's touched people pretty well because that's some of the feedback that I hear. I hear production. It's the same things that I was challenging myself going into the album. It's the same thing that's coming out that I'm hearing. So it lets me know that, the things that I was focusing on, people were paying attention. Blessed to have the engineers around me, even Fabian and whoever's engineering me, homie Steve, when I'm in Nashville, I don't touch nothing on the computer, I can record myself to a minimum, but everybody who engineers me, so we were working on the demos with Steve, he was just kind of giving the light reference mixes, Fabian was too at the studio, but I actually went out to Nashville for almost a week, stayed with the homies, and homie laced me up, and we started the mix and mastering process. I actually probably got about halfway done, and then I came back home to Ohio, and about almost a week later, he sent me the masters, everything, sent me the album, went over the notes, final run-throughs, and he the truth, so he made me sound and I get a lot of compliments on that, the mixing, and I thank him, thank them, whoever's mixing me, and whoever's lacing me up, they make me sound, I just send my stems, and they make me sound like them, so blessed to just have the people around me, creators.
You said the game what?
I didn't choose the game.